This is Katie from Bellanote Design Company, and in this video I'll be showing how I made a dog collar for my most recent auction item plushie. And here I made the pattern outline for the dog bone collar, and I'm using my recutter to cut out dog bones. And then here I am tracing my design or pattern onto the back of the minky and using the rotary cutter to cut out my designs. And then I'm getting all the extra minky fluff off the edges. And I'm using clips instead of sewing needles. I just find these to be a lot easier to work with. And then I start sewing. I start sewing on my outline, and I'm leaving the seam allowance. And I usually go over my outline about 2 or 3 times just to make sure that it's super sturdy, because while some of these plushies are for collecting, I know that some of them also are for kids and have a lot of rough play, so I like to go over the seam as much as possible. And right here I am sewing the collar piece. And I'm using a dowel rod here to turn the dog bone inside out. And I left a hole probably about like an inch wide to be able to fill it with polyfill stuffing. And then I turn the collar inside out. And here I'm just adding like a extra touch, making some detail on the collar just to kind of make it look a little more real. And right here I'm using polyfill and a dowel rod to be able to stuff the dog bone. And sometimes it's just easier to use the dowel rod instead of like my fingers, because my fingers have arthritis. It's very helpful for really small spaces. And here I am closing the hole, and just a simple stitch, and I seem to take forever doing this, and then I will be moving on to the collar part. All done. And sometimes my hands don't work like I want them to, so I don't have the strength to push a needle through a heavily, a thick area or heavily sewn area. So I use the support of a spoon sometimes to be able to get the needle through. And there is the finished collar. Thank y'all so much for listening and watching. Please be sure to follow our account and like this video.